Are you Boban, Sri Lanka? Hi, Sri Lanka developers. I'm Eric, the Developer Relations Program Manager at Google. I support Taiwan, Hong Kong, and South Asia developer ecosystem. Today, I'm very happy to be invited to join the Google I/O Extended in Sri Lanka. And thank you all your time to join this event. I hope you will learn a lot of things with other folks in this event. Google I/O is Google the largest and annual developer conference. So every year, Google will announce a lot of things during Google I/O conference. If you cannot join the Google I/O in person or lively watch the keynote or the sessions, we put all the recordings on the YouTube channel. So please don't forget to visit the Google Developers YouTube channel to see the technologies you have interest and would like to find more details in these sessions. Today, I would like to help you to recap and have a quick look on what happened in the Google I/O 2022 developer keynote. Yep. In the developer keynote, we mentioned the recent developer jobs become more and more complicated. Why? Because developer has to handle multiple form factor devices from mobile phone, tablet, wearable device, or any kind of smart devices. And today, a developer should learn a lot of things, a very, very complex tech stacks to build an applications. For example, a developer might need to know how to build an app on the client side, including the mobile phone, desktop, or web pages. And the developer should also need to know how to interact with the server side business logic or the cloud side. So a developer has to learn a lot of things to build an applications. However, the users need to has a rapid responsive experience on the applications. So that means the developer should monitor how users use their applications day to day and quickly respond to their demand. So this year, in Google would like to provide developer something to help the developer improve their productivities and help them to save their life or ease their work to handle multiple devices. So we would like to integrate more between Google technologies, Google products to make them work better together. And also, Google also developed a lot of tools for developers like IDE, APIs, or some developer consoles, etc. So, as a tools provider, we would like to make our developer have more productivities through these tools. So, after you watch the videos or sessions in the Google I/O 2022, we hope you will learn how to use these latest technologies to save your life and build a very high quality applications. So next, I will summarize all the products announced, the new features announced in the developer keynotes. First, if you watch the developer keynote, you will see the first topic is about the augmented reality. So if you are building the AR, which means augmented reality applications, you might use the AR core on the Android or iOS. So in Google I/O 2022, the AR core team announced a new API called Geospatial APIs. It's free to every developers to build an AR experience on the real world Street View or Maps. So that API integrates Google Maps, and you can easily to put your AR object onto the real world experience. For example, you can see the picture. It's a sample applications which shows you can easily put a mark you through the AR scenario, and you may see the mark can adapt to the terrain or the building in the real world. So even you are not live in the Western country, US or other countries, you can easily use the AR Core Geospatial API to build the experience to these countries. So this is the first announcement about the AR, augmented reality. And the second is the Android. So if you watch the consumer keynote, you may see Google will release a lot of mobile new form factor devices like Pixel Watch, Pixel Tablet. So not only Google provides such many kind of form factor devices, our competitor or alliance, our friends also provide developer multiple form factor devices like foldable device or tablet. So from the Android perspective, we would like to help developers easily to expand their Android app to from mobile phone to tablet or even the wearable devices. So we announced the JPEG Compose 1.2 beta, the new version. From JPEG Compose, we encourage our developer to use this toolkit to build the Android UI. So through the Compose, you can easily to adapt your UI from mobile phone to tablet, and from the version 1.2, it also supports the Wear OS, which means once the user use the Wear OS compatible device like Pixel Watch or Galaxy Watch, you can easily build a UI for this kind of devices. And also, we would like to enhance our Android Studio to help developer build the build a UI for multiple form factor devices. So we introduced the preview devices feature, and also, yeah, like we mentioned earlier, we would like to help developer improve their productivities. So we also introduced the live edit feature in the Android Studio. So you can easily see the UI changes according you modify your code, and it's easily to watch the new UI presentations across multiple devices. So I put a video here so to see how this feature works in the Android Studio. Let's spend around 1 minute to see this demo.
I'm really excited to show you how modern Android development comes together. Here's a demo of some of the updates you can find in Android Studio. These updates are designed to make it easier for you to build high-quality app experiences on large screens, taking advantage of Jetpack Compose. Let's jump in. Let me go to preview devices that I've created. And now let me zoom out a little bit. So instead of one device, I can now see my layout inside of a tablet, large screen, and foldable. Now, We kind of heard from you that's kind of a pain point to do iterative UI changes with Jetpack Compose, and at all costs, avoid doing full builds. So something I'm excited to show you that solves this problem is Live Edit. So let's try it out. So let me change this in real time with Live Edit to get to the right design pattern that we want. So let's change this from 200 to 360. And there we go. Perfect. I'm really excited to show you how modern Android development comes.
So what do you think? It's really cool, right? The live edit help you quickly see the changes according to your code. So you don't need to recompile the whole package to wait and deploy it to the device, wait and see the new presentations. So okay, the next one is about the Chrome and web. In the new version of Chrome Developer Tools, you can find a new tab, new tool called Performance Insights. So the Performance Insight panel can help you to record the life cycle of a page from the initial loading. So it will summarize some issues or what happens during you load a web page onto the browsers. So you can find the picture in the right hand side. It's a figure about the performance insight. So it will calculate how many times you take for loading this page and which part use the most time to load it onto your browsers. So when you develop a new web page, you can leverage this tool to investigate the performance issue during your web page. So find the problem and solve the problem. So it will help you to build a very high speed web pages. So it's a very important factor to a quality web page, and speed also a very important factor to the search engine optimizations. So which means if you would like to make your web page has higher rank in the search engine, you should make a better performance for your web pages. The second thing from the Chrome product announcement is about new support for WebAssembly. Previously, WebAssembly helped the many developers bring their C and C++ code to the website. So last year, Adobe used the WebAssembly to migrate their Photoshop onto the web world. So they use the WebAssembly to compile their C and C++ code to WebAssembly. So the browser can read the code and execute the code through the WebAssembly technologies. So during Google I/O 2022, the announcement of WebAssembly is about the new support for Java, Kotlin, and Dart. So which means if you have some existing code and would like to migrate to the web world, maybe you can take a look about WebAssembly to know how to bring your existing managed code like Java, Kotlin, or Dart to the web's front end. Let's about the Chrome announcement. Next is Flutter. And in Google I/O 2022, the Flutter team introduced the new version of Flutter, and it goes to the version 3, a new milestone of Flutter. So you can recall the Flutter's history from 2018. The first version, 1.0, Flutter announced. And at that time, Flutter only support Android and iOS platform. However, from Flutter 3, we officially support the 6th platform through the single Flutter codebase from Android, iOS, web, Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. And from Flutter 3, we officially and improve more native support about Linux and Mac OS. So you can build a uh, very high quality experience Mac desktop application through the Flutter. Yeah, and it also support the new CPU architecture on the MacBook, so it efficiently help you to have more productivity on the MacBook to build the Flutter applications, and also support more web features, and also the new mobile devices like foldable device support, or the new material design compatible widget. So we encourage the Flutter developers to migrate to the new version of Flutter to get more uh, good experience of development and reach more users through the new support of the platforms. And the other announcement about the Flutter is like developer tools, like the developer tools in the Chrome browser. You can also use the Flutter Dev tool to investigate the performance issue in your Flutter applications. The Firebase Crashlytics integration is very good for the Flutter application to monitor how this app be used in the user side. Many developers will claim, oh, this app works well on my machine, but they have no idea how general user use their applications. So integrate the Firebase Crashlytics, you will get a very high quality report from the user side. So you can easily to diagnostic what happened and how the bug produced in your applications. And next is about how to leverage the existing or pre-built Flutter module to your current applications. So the Flutter team initiate a new project called Put Flutter to Work. The mission of this project is to let the Flutter module could easily to integrate your current applications. So you can find more detail on the Flutter website to know how to use their Flutter modules or Flutter code into your mobile applications. The last announcement about new announcement of Flutter is the Flutter Casual Games Toolkit. Okay, during Google I/O 2022, the Flutter team also published a web game. You can web pinball game. You can play this game through pinball.flutter.dev, which the pinball game all are built by the Flutter. So Flutter team released a casual games toolkit to show you the performance is ready for game development. It's not only for the simple mobile application or simple desktop application. You can use Flutter to create games. So the toolkit also shows the performance ability for develop a game on it. So if you are interested in or currently working on the game development, you can also take a look how Flutter Casual Game Toolkit works. Okay, next about the Firebase. The Firebase in Developer Keynote only announced very key features. It shows how Firebase Crashlytics integrate to the Android Studio. So in your Android Studio, you can know how the application crash or collect some logs from the user side to help you to understand clearly how to debug, how to improve your code quality in the Android Studio. Okay, let's spend around 1 minute to see how this feature works in your Android Studio.
That's why we're launching the new App Quality Insights window in Android Studio. The App Quality Insights window helps you discover, investigate, and reproduce issues reported by Crashlytics within the context of your Android Studio project. I can select a crash to see the stack trace. And because Android Studio can easily compare this crash data with my app code, I can navigate directly to the exact lines of code that may be causing the crash. And even better, I don't need to check this window constantly. As I'm building features and working in the code editor, the IDE helps me identify potential issues by highlighting the lines of code that have appeared in crash reports so I can investigate and fix issues along the way.
Okay, so let's how App Quality Insight window works in the Android Studio. So you can see till now, every product announcement is focused on the main thing we would like to provide to the developers. One, work better together. So you can see the Firebase work integrate with the Android Studio or the Flutter. And we also enhance our Android Studio to add more feature to help our developer has more productivities. So let's all the product announcement align with the two takeaway. Okay, next is about the cloud. Cloud is the cloud product has their own big event called Cloud Next in Q4, I think. So in Google I/O, there's not a lot of announcement from the Google Cloud. However, they also unveiled two new products on the Google Cloud platform. The first one is about the Cloud Run Jobs, which help you to create many scripts on the cloud side to help you do some administration work or background task or long running jobs. So if you are a system administrator in the Linux or other Unix like system, you may heard of how to use Chrome to create jobs in your system. The Cloud Run Jobs is kind of Chrome jobs on the cloud. And the second one is AlloyDB. AlloyDB for PostgreSQL is a database as a service on Google Cloud. So if your applications use the PostgreSQL, you can directly use this service instead of setting up the PostgreSQL server on your own. So you can easily to leverage the high availability and the scalability of the database services. So it also help the developers who use PostgreSQL save their time to maintain the PostgreSQL server. You can directly use the database service through AlloyDB. Next is the machine learning or AI announcement in the Google I/O 2022. So there's no new things announced in the Google I/O 2022. It just summarize how the Google TensorFlow team or the machine learning team help our developer to build their AI capable or machine learning capable applications. So if you need to process the data, the TensorFlow framework has a bunch of data API can help you to easily pre-process or ingest the data into your training work. And if you have some good machine learning model in hand and you would like to use this model quickly into your code, you may use the TF Lite model maker. For example, last year in Google I/O, Google announced a very good semantic learning model called BERT. And you can use the TensorFlow Lite model maker to easily to translate the model to the TensorFlow framework code. So you can easily use the model to leverage the power of this. And for the deployment side, the TensorFlow team also has the TFX and the Vertex AI to help you to easily to deploy your machine learning model to the multiple platforms. Yeah, and also you can find some learning resources revised on the TensorFlow official website, and we provide the learning paths to different level of machine learning developers. So that's all 6 products on the Google I/O 2022 developer keynote. And I hope you will enjoy this announcement and find something you would like to deep dive more and give it a try to do a real hands-on work. And I hope once you learn these technologies, please share your experience in the community in GDG to give more developers in your region understand how this technology work. I'm Eric. I'm very happy to join the Google I/O Extended in Sri Lanka, and I hope you will get a better life situation in the near future. Thank you. Bye bye.